Hi students, this is Neeraj Bansal and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to work on differential equations which are a little different for AHL and AIHL. But today we'll consider AHL, right? So we'll be doing differential equations for AHL. If you find any doubt, you can definitely contact me on the number given at the description. And pretty soon I'll be coming live on YouTube as well so that I can solve your doubts. Right, so let's get started. First of all, we need to understand what is differential equation, right? So when we are talking about differential equation, right? Just give me a moment. Let me write it a little. So today's topic, differential. So we know the normal equation is x plus 2y is equal to 3. This is the equation. But when we have dy by dx in our equation, let's say I'm saying dy by dx plus 2x y is equal to 3x. This is called differential equation, right? So basically, when we have dy by dx in our equation, we call it differential equation. Today we are going to work on how to solve different kind of differential equations rather than working on the practical applications of it. We'll work on the practical applications in some other video. So when we are saying dy by dx, it can be d square y by dx square. So this is like second derivative, this is like first derivative. So in our syllabus, we have only one dy by dx. That means we will do first order differential equation. Got it? There are different ways of solving the differential equations, different type of differential equation, and hence there is a different way of solving it. So ways of solving, number one is when dy by dx is equal to fx, right? Then if you have dy by dx is equal to fx times fy, or you have let's say dy by dx is equal to fy over x. In this is called homogeneous differential equations. We cannot separate the variables. We will understand how we can solve it. And the fourth is integral factor method for these kind of equations when dy by dx plus px y is equal to, and then there is a way of solving the differential equation by numerical method, which is something like trapezoidal rule, which we'll understand. I'll explain you it on the calculator. Normally in the calculator exam you get it, so we'll work on it. So first let us talk about, let's do a very simple thing in differential equation. Verify that y is equal to ex square is a solution of the differential equation. Let it here, then we'll solve it. What do we mean by this? Because what happens this, when we solve these differential equations, we get y in terms of x. I'll explain you what does this mean. Verify that y is equal to ex square is a solution of a differential equation this. So let's take y is equal to e raised to the power x squared. So differentiating both sides. So we'll get dy by dx, and then if you differentiate it, what it will give you? Ex squared, e raised to the power x squared times 2x, right? So this becomes 2x e raised to the power x square. But e raised to the power x square is equal to y. Put substituting the value, this becomes 2xy. So dy by dx is equal to 2xy. Hence, we can say that this equation is a solution of this differential equation. Then first, I'll take you to the this method of solving the differential equation. We'll do one question. This is called Euler's method or numerical method of solving the differential equation. I'll explain you this directly on the calculator, because normally it comes under the calculator. When you have this B and paste it, right? So let's do this. In this case, what happens? It's something like the numerical like the trapezoidal rule. But how do we solve it? They are saying this is my differential equation, and the initial condition is when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Got it? So you have to take h is equal to 0.25 for 2 steps. That means you have to take 0.25 as your dx, and it has to be for 2 steps. So for this, you need to make a table. I'll tell you how to make a table. This is initial, like number. You need to create this kind of a table. Number of iteration. And then you have to make x, then you have to make y, and then you have to make dy by dx. So number of iteration, you have to start with 0. So when my that means I have not done anything, then my x is equal to 0, then my y is equal to 1, and my equation is what? My equation is dy by dx is equal to ex plus 1. dy by dx equal to e raised to the power x plus 1. So basically what it becomes, dy by dx, e raised to the power of 0 plus 1, which will give me 1 plus 1, which will give me 2. So here it is. Now my next iteration is 1. So in this you have to do x plus h. So x plus h is equal to what? 0 plus 0.25. So this will give me 0.25. This y is what? Y is equal to or rather say, let's say, so this will become y plus h times dy by dx. So this will become y so my y is 1 plus h, which is 0.25, and dy by dx is 2. So this becomes something like this, right? And then what is your dy by dx? Your dy by dx is e raised to the power 1 plus 1, which is e raised to the power 1 plus 1. So now what you need to do is, we will make this, I'll explain you how to solve it on the calculator directly. In this you have to make 4 things. In one, you have to make this table on your calculator. You need to make this table: iteration, then x, then y, and then z. Z represents dy by dx. So iteration number is, if there are 2 steps, then you will make 0, 1, 2. And then for x, initial value is 1, sorry, 0. This value is 1, and then dy by dx, as we have done, is 2, right? So I do it in the calculator, and then we'll try to put the formula like we do in the Excel sheet, right? Then you'll be able to understand. Let's do it. So this is how you will do it. Let me show you from the beginning, right? So see this. I have made iteration. that is 0 1 2, because there are two steps, right? And then x is, I have put the initial value 0, and then my this value is 1. And here when it is z, that means dy by dx, I have put the formula which is eb1 e raised to the power b1 plus x. What does this mean? It says e raised to the power x plus 1, so I put e, and then okay, I'll show you how to put the formula. First I'll delete it, then I'll again put it so that you understand how to put the formula. Got it? So how to put the formula? You have to go in this cell, put is equal to like this, and then my formula is this e raised to the power x plus 1. So I'll put e raised to the power x. So my x is this, right? So I'm putting it from here. Yes, and then plus 1. So plus 1, hit enter, right? So this gives me the value 2. Now next, in the next iteration, my x is the previous value of x plus 0.25. So I put the formula here. I'll delete it again, and then I'll show you how to use this. Here I'll put the formula, this plus 0.25 plus it will be 0.25. So it will come the same thing. And then here I need to put formula, that is my formula is this. I'll delete it and then put it again. So my formula is this, y plus 0.25, which is h. So 0.25, right, times this cell, because it is dy by dx. So this, and then hit enter. Got it? Then again hit enter, you'll get the value, and this value should be dy by dx, which is ex plus 1. So we have already have the formula here, so I'll control copy and then paste here, right? Okay, then what you need to do is you need to copy this second whole line and paste it in the next, so that all the formulas get covered. So when you do this, I need only 2 iterations, so I need my value for the second thing, which is 2.07101. I don't need this 2.648. Why? What is this 2.07101? This is the approximated value using the Euler's method. This is called Euler's method of differential equation. Got it? Is it clear? Me to see the video again. Like once you're done with the video, then you see it again, then you'll understand. It's very simple. And in differential equation, the main thing is, if you are comfortable with integration, you will find it easier. So let's start using the different techniques of finding the differential equations. Got it? So let's do some questions. This we have done. I've explained you. Now let's do this question and how it works. Let's copy and paste it here. Right. So in this, we will use the first method. This function seems to be like dy by dx is equal to f of x, right? That means function of x. As you can see, this thing is a function of x. So what I will do, I'll do dy here, and then fx dx, which is nothing but dy is equal to e raised to the power 2x dx, integrating both the sides. Integrating both the sides. What this will give me? This will give me dy is equal to e raised to the power 2x dx, which will give me what? It will give me y is equal to e raised to the power 2x by 2 plus c. right? So this is my answer. Y is equal to half of e raised to the power 2x plus c. I hope this question is clear to you. See, again, the thing is you need to practice more questions. Now let's do this. So b dy by dx is equal to 2x over x squared plus 1. So I'll get dy is equal to 2x over x squared plus 1 dx. I can write it as dy, integrating both the sides again, dy is equal to integrating this. So this is the differentiation of this. So I'll write f derivative x over fx dx. This we have already done in integration. For that, there is a separate video which you can watch on integration. So now integrating both the sides will give me y is equal to ln of fx plus c, which will give me y is equal to ln of x squared plus 1 plus c. So this is my answer. So this is how you will solve a simple thing when the function looks like, or the differential equations, it looks like dy by dx is equal to fx. Then I have another thing. When dy by dx is equal to fx times fy, this is called variable separable method. Got it? So how do we do it? I'll just write. So here we have dy by dx is equal to xy. How can I solve it? Dy over y is equal to x dx. So here I got ln y. Always this is the magnitude. So x squared plus 2 plus c. So e raised to the power of ln y is equal to e raised to the power of x squared by 2 plus c. So I can write it as y is equal to e raised to the power c times e raised to the power of x squared by 2. Then I can write y is equal to plus minus e raised to the power c times e raised to the power x squared by 2. See, this thing is a constant. So I'm giving it a name a. So plus minus e raised to power e raised to power c is equal to a. So it implies y is equal to a e x squared by. Got it? Right. So now this is my answer. Perfect. Now let's move to the next question. Dy by dx equal to 1 by y squared. So y squared dy is equal to dx, which will be what? Y cube by 3 equal to x plus c. It will give me y cubed equal to 3x plus 3c. See, here I have a constant 3c. So in place of this constant, I can write another constant, because you might get confused if sometimes that you will see, oh my god, there why we have not multiplied this with c. So the reason for that is, in place of this constant, I'm writing another constant, which is again c. Let's say, so y is equal to cube root of 3x plus c. I'm perfect with this. So this is done. So this is your variable separable method. Next technique is how to solve the homogeneous equation, right? So we'll do homogeneous equation here. Let's take this question. This is your homogeneous equation. Let's do dy by dx is equal to x plus 2y by x. It implies dy by dx equal to x by x plus 2y by x. X by x cancels, so dy by dx equal to 1 plus 2y by x. Now, how do we solve this situation? Because we cannot separate the variables, right? So in this case, what we do, we take y as dx. This is the standard way of doing it. So let's see what happens when we do this. So dy by dx, so I can write dvx by dx equal to 1 plus dx by x. X cancels x, so I'm left with dvx by dx is equal to 1 plus 2. Now here I can apply chain rule. So by applying chain rule, what will happen? It will give me x d by dx plus v dx by dx equal to 1 plus 2. So this will give me x dv by dx plus v is equal to 1 plus 2v. It will give me x dv by dx equal to 1 plus v. So what will happen? dv over 1 plus v equal to dx over x. ln of 1 plus v is equal to ln of x plus c raised to the power of 1 plus ln of 1 plus v is equal to e raised to the power of ln x plus c. So I can write as 1 plus v is equal to e raised to the power ln x plus times e raised to the power c. This will become 1 plus v is equal to e raised to the power, rather magnitude r c times x, right? Which will give me 1 plus v is equal to plus minus e raised to the power c times x. So this will give me 1 plus v is equal to ax. V is equal to ax minus 1. So v was y over x is equal to ax minus 1. It implies y is equal to ax squared minus x. So this is the solution of this differential equation. I hope this is clear to you. Now, see, you have to see my video again and again so that you can understand. And still, if you have any problem, you can send me a comment in the comment section and I'll get back to you, right? Or you can mail me or you can call me. So now let's move to the next thing, which is integrating factor method, right? So if we have something like this means this function is like, let's say, dy by dx plus pxy is equal to qx. This means dy by dx plus polynomial in x. Px means polynomial in x times y is equal to qx. That means function in x. So here my px is equal to 3x squared and my qx is 6x squared. So whenever you get a situation like this, you have to do it you have to write it like ix times y is equal to integration of qx times ix x. Now I'll explain you what is that. This ix is called integrating factor method, or rather, sorry, integrating factor. How we find this integrating factor? This is given in the formula booklet, but this thing is not given in the formula booklet. This thing, right? If you remember this thing or you practice this thing, then it becomes easier. So you know directly what to do, right? So now, how do we find integrating? Integrating factor is found by e raised to the power integration of px dx. In this, you don't have to take the constancy, you just have to do it. So in this question, if I have this, e integrate, what is my px? 3x squared dx. So I have to integrate this. So e raised to the power of 3x cubed by 3 cancels 3, so e raised to the power x. So this is my integration factor, right? So when this is my integration factor, now I have to sub it in here. So e raised to the power x cubed y is equal to integration of qx. What is qx? 6x squared times ix, which is e raised to the power x cubed times, oh sorry, dx. Now this is my integration which I need to solve. I can solve it here. So 6x squared plus e raised to the power x cubed dx. Now how will I solve it? By substitution method. How do, by substitution method? Let's say x cubed is equal to u. So du by dx is equal to 3x squared. So dx is equal to du by 3x squared. Now I'll make my integral. So e raised to the power x cubed y is equal to integrate 6x squared times e raised to the power u over 3x squared du. So this cancels. So I'm left with 2. So my integral finally becomes e raised to the power x cubed y is equal to integrate e raised to the power u du, which will give me e raised to the power x cubed y is equal to outside e raised to the power u plus c, which is e raised to the power x cubed y is equal to 2 e raised to the power x cubed plus c, which will give me y is equal to e raised to the power x cubed over e raised to the power x cubed plus c over e raised to the power x cubed cancels. So it implies y is equal to plus c e raised to the power of negative x cubed. So this is my final. Great. I hope the lecture is clear to you. And in the next subsequent videos, what we'll do is we'll do applications of these differential equations, right? And if you find any doubt, obviously yes, you can contact me, and I'll be coming live from the next week. And in the meantime, please subscribe my channel.